Hi everyone, Diana Rankin here, coming to you with soul messages and perhaps a prediction or two, we'll see, for June 25th to July 1st. That's June 25th, Sunday to July 1st, the following Sunday. It's a beautiful day here in rural Ohio where I live, and so I came outside so you could enjoy my yard. I'm in the front yard, and I try to go to different places in my yard to allow you to enjoy the song of the birds singing and the flowers in bloom and just the beauty of this sacred land that I live on. And this week, I want to encourage all of us to spend a little time on sacred land. It's going to be a moment where we think we can catch our breath, and we start doing that, and then it's like all hell breaks loose. So we're going to find in our personal lives and in the greater life, the political life, the life of our countries, the life of our world, that we're going to have catch our breath, spend time in nature, and then all hell breaks loose. And it's going to be like that. That in and out. Can I rest for a moment? And then, oh God, no, I can't. So do take time to rest. The energy now is just so strong, and it's just, we've talked about this, it's just clashing, and we're going to have more of that. It's not done clashing yet, but it is so important that all of us catch our breath and that we do stay in that place of the sun's going to come up tomorrow regardless. I hope, by the way, you all had a chance to take a look. If you haven't, you might want to, watching the sun come up with me on summer solstice. And a happy summer solstice to everyone. That came about a couple of days ago. And it's such a great time of the year because that's the time of the year where the energies are so strong, and it allows us to really take out into the world our greatness. So this is the time, again, that we need to get rid of all those things that are standing in our way and really move into that greater part of ourselves. Let's see what Philip has to say, and then we'll talk a little bit more about the week. This is for those of you who haven't been with me before. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. And this is my guide, my spirit guide, Philip. And this is the Master's Book of Answers, and it's an oracle book. So on each page we have a different wisdom. So we have to think left page or right page, and then we'll see what the wisdom is. So you ready? Are you thinking which page your thumb is going to go to? Let's see what my thumb does. Okay, it kind of hesitated there, didn't it? Okay. I got right, by the way, but I might read you left too. But here's the right. And it has, of course, to do with what we've been talking about. And we'll make that connection in a minute because it might not be apparent immediately. To reach the stars, you may have to journey a long distance over unknown terrain. Let me read that again. To reach the stars, you may have to journey a long distance over unknown terrain. The first act of creation is chaos. It's an act of destruction. And so if we think of those in power who are creating chaos in our nations, we can see the balance of other nations that have been in chaos perhaps and are leveling out. So my country, the US, is in chaos right now. And if we think of the president as being the instrument of that chaos, as humans, that is so upsetting and so unnerving. But from a spiritual viewpoint, and by the way, there's plenty of chaos. It'll go on for the next few years. There's still a lot of chaos to come, in the way of storms, in the way of political upheaval. We're barely getting started. Anyway, I'll come back to that perhaps. We'll see. But what I want you to know is our president is simply the instrument of that chaos for those of us to be, the rest of us to be able to hold that love and transform our world. And we have to do that one breath at a time. We have to do that within ourselves by allowing our own shadow, our own chaos, our own disruption, our own hearts to be broken open. However that happens, for the new life within us to be born and the new life in our nations and our world to be born. And that's not easy. That's why I'm saying this week is probably a good idea to rest when you can, but also continue to dig within your own life and say, okay, what do I have to bring out? What do I have to look at? What can I do to make my life better? And as I make my life better, then I can make the whole world better. Let me read this to you one more time. To reach the stars, you may have to journey a long distance over unknown terrain. Well, we're in the unknown terrain. We're in the mountainous regions of chaos, and it's very difficult. I don't want to undersell that. It is tough, but we'll get through this, my friends, because we're bonding together and we're holding love. And again, I'm not talking, you've heard me say it before, it's not the namby-pamby love. It's not even the romantic love. This is deeper than that. This is the deep spiritual love that all life is based on if we allow that magic to come forth within our private lives, and then it comes forth in the world. Let me read you what's on the left side, just in case you said left and were wanting to hear that. As you grow to better understand others, you become more aware of how often you have been misunderstood. As you grow to better understand others, you become more aware of how often you have been misunderstood. Well, yeah. And when we know we've been misunderstood, we have to ask ourselves, how have I misunderstood so many others? We're human. We're human. So I just remind you this week, get the rest while you can, because all hell is going to break loose soon. We may have a couple of weeks in there to catch our breath with things happening, but not the big blow up. It may even seem like, okay, let's just catch our breath here. But it's not long. We'll have, it'll kind of be like this, and then it'll be upset, and then upset, and then upset, and then eventually we'll get to the big one. We're not there yet. So enjoy the week, rest when you can, allow all of that to come out within our own lives, that we can make all life better. And I just remind you, to reach the stars, you may have to journey a long distance over unknown terrain. We are in the unknown terrain. We're in that together. We'll get through it. Have a great week, my friends. I love you. Thank you for being with me. I hope you've enjoyed a little bit of the beauty of the rural Ohio area. And until we meet again, enjoy. I love you. I love you. I love you.